Greetings, fellow detectives. Wizard Kitten here, bringing you part 4 in our Let's Play of Strange Horticulture. In our last part, we left off not being super certain which plant Hopheart was. It's this one. I realized it just says that these are blue flowers. I was not even really considering this because I feel like that's purple. I consider that kind of periwinkle, but you know. Don't mind me, that's clearly Hopheart, and Hopheart provides pain relief, which is a positive effect, so I'm going to go with that one. I just used the in-game hint system to help me figure that out, because it did say, like, I had Hopheart somewhere, and this was the only one that was vaguely even purple, so that's Hopheart. Wonderful. Copper Caledonian. This plant has a rejuvenation effect, but most who have tried to benefit from its properties have come to realize that it is a curse, not a blessing. Though you may appear younger, you will quickly become more frail and brittle. The red patches that are often seen growing on it are in fact a type of fungus themselves and not a part of the plant. This plant has a rejuvenation effect. Copper Caledonian. Okay, so it's like some sort of mushroom with little red patches on it, like this, or this. A mushroom-like plant with red warts growing on it. A vicious white liquid can be seen oozing from its underside. Okay, I think it's probably that, if we're gonna go with the Copper Caledonian. White, the red patches on it. Okay. Okay. So it's a blessing, not really a curse. Or, no, it's not really a blessing, it is a curse. Caledonian. So I'm gonna label it pink. Okay. Continuing. We're still on day 5 on Tuesday. Verona Green.
Reuben Ward has called on my unique expertise to aid in his investigation at the Swinside Stone Circle. Unique expertise. Ha! He knows how to flatter an old woman when he wants something. I thought about telling him to suck an egg. Gave it a good long thought, actually, but my curiosity has got the better of me. He must be desperate if he's coming to me, and I'll bet they found something juicy down there. Signs of ritual sacrifice, maybe. I could do with some witch fig to take with me. Always comes in useful.
This lady is a little scary, and I kind of like her. Witch fig, a plant that is said to have many uses, including easing the symptoms of infection, soaking up moisture, and detecting the presence of certain compounds. It is also well liked by butterflies. It has similar leaves to the fever kiss plant, which it is often confused with. Have I identified fever kiss? The red berries provide an energy boost that lasts several hours. The leaves are pale in color. So I think that this is fever kiss if it has similar leaves to that. We're looking for some like really pale greenish leaves, like maybe this. Witch fig. Little berries. See, I've already got a rising dread because of not being able to identify the Hopheart earlier, so I'm a little nervous to screw up, but could be this. Small yellow berries. Similar leaves to the fever kiss. I mean, they look very similar, don't they? Yeah, very similar leaves, just slightly different colors. Are there any others with leaves similar to this? Okay. Witch fig? Shoo! Phew! Jacobsworth. People tend to be drawn to the unusual flowers of the Jacobsworth, but it's the leaves that have the most interesting properties. It is said they will point the way towards any person you wish to locate, and have been used successfully to find many a lost wanderer out on the fells. Okay, so this is the witch fig, which honestly sounds pretty neutral to me. Like, it doesn't really sound like it does anything crazy beneficial. And there was a plant that we saw earlier whose leaves were moving of their own accord or something. Wasn't it this one? The leaves seem to have a mind of their own. So wasn't that like the Joseph's something or other? Jacob's Worth. Yeah, those leaves totally look like that. Okay, I'm gonna label that the Jacob's Worth, and it finds travelers, so that's pretty helpful. So we'll go purple. Okay. Hopefully.
I never see anybody in your shop. It's a daily surprise to me that you're still in business. Believe me, I wouldn't be in here if I didn't have to be, especially with that damn cat still here.
You leave Hellbore out of this.
I need some bishop's parasol for a work-related matter.
You are unpleasant. A mushroom found in dark, damp places, feeding on any light that gets close to it. It can seem to draw light in, enveloping its surroundings in darkness. The gills on the underside of this mushroom seep a milky fluid that can be consumed as a treatment for stomach pains. Dark, damp places. It can seem to draw light in, enveloping its surroundings in darkness. And it seeps a milky fluid. A viscous white liquid can be seen oozing from its underside, so that seems promising. It seems to give off a small amount of light. It smells rotten. I mean, this one is giving off a white milky fluid. So, I'm gonna call that the Bishop's Parasol. I hope. Bishop's Parasol, which is a funny name. Although if I gave you the wrong one, I wouldn't be too upset. Royal Gentia. Sometimes called Everheart, the pink flowers of the Royal Gentia are made up of two large kidney-shaped petals. One of the few known ways to release the bind of Swift Snare is to apply a paste created from the sap of the Royal Gentia. Do I have anything that sounds like that? Pink flowers? Like these. Ever something. Royal Gentia? Hello? I thought you were the ever something. But that totally looks like that. Pink flowers. I mean... Oh, sometimes called Everheart. Okay. Doy. I'm gonna fix that label. Or I want to fix that label. Everheart Royal Gentia. One of the few known ways to release the bind of Swift Snare. Which sounds like a good thing. Okay. Well, we have a couple of unresolved letters and a couple of unresolved clues, but it's the end of day 5, so I think we shall continue on to day 6, which is a Wednesday. I had to take a little sip of water there. The old man of Coniston looks out across the lake with blind eyes. His mind wanders with the current floating gently southwards to the fork. Not long after the girl left home, her father wept, but he was so caught up in his own grief that he let her go and did not look for her. The old man of Coniston looks out across the lake with blind eyes. His mind wanders with the current floating gently southwards to the fork. Okay. So we're looking for a fork in a road. Oh good, we have rain. That gives us a little bit of background noise, which is nice. The old man of Coniston looks out across the lake with blind eyes. His mind wanders with the current floating gently southwards to the fork. Coniston, the old man, his eyes wander southward to the fork. Coniston water. This is the fork. The heavens open up as I reach the fork. I take a moment to pause and listen to the sound of water on water. I'm soaked through, but my spirits are high as I return home. I am not empty-handed. 2 new plants today.
Nice.
Ooh. Oh, they're both pretty. I really like both of those. I like the little delicate flowers. I think those are just really gorgeous. Okay. Well, good morning, Hellbore.
Who's your good kitty? Today I see we are sitting. That's so nice.
Let's welcome our first guest, Eleanor Brammer.
The insects make the salt marshes uninhabitable. People stay away and not much grows there, but I know where to find an unusual plant. I have drawn you a map in case you decide it's worth your time.
Oh, well, thank you. I think I have the will to explore. Okay, let's see here. It looks like I'm looking for kind of a branchy bit of water, kind of thick. This is, oh, ooh, lightning. This is difficult to decipher. Because it looks like there's a couple, like, little springs coming off of it. So there's, like, a thick amount of water. And then there's, like, is it this? This is what's throwing me off. Unless that is that. Doesn't look like that, though. What about that? No. 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 Not a very good map drawer, are you? Okay, is it like this? Oh, here, perhaps? Oh, maybe it's this. I'm not positive, but it could be this. Like, river, little fingerling, thicker part of river, ocean, and then this. But we're looking like right here. Okay, I'm going F2. I hope that's right. The air is thick with flying, biting insects, an unbearable plague. I fight against it for mere moments before I am overwhelmed. If only I had some blue winter to keep them at bay. Winterbore, blue winter. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Okay, map. Here, Winterbore. Nope, not forest comfrey. Winterbore. Also known as blue aloe or blue winter, after its cool blue-gray flowers, Winterbore is a hardy plant often found growing in extreme cold environments. The rubbery leaves make an effective insect repellent. Blue-gray. This is blue-gray. After its cool blue-gray flowers. That looks right. I'm going to call that Winterbore. Winterbore, I hope. Since I get rid of bugs, we'll call that a positive effect. Winterbore? Yay! The blue winter saves my skin, but the swirling mass of insects is so thick in places that it is hard to see. At length I come across what I came for and hurry away. Dranthium. A plant with powerful, mind-altering abilities. Those who inhale smoke from burning its long, sharp leaves elevate their awareness to levels otherwise unachievable. Some know Dranthium as green eye, a name derived from the telltale signs of overdose, where even the whites of the eyes take on a green tint. Ooh. Long, sharp leaves. Dranthium. Okay. New plant acquired. It's pretty. I like that. Okay. So, that letter has been effectively met. Or the conditions of that letter have been effectively met. Okay. Ding dong.
Thank you for your help and discretion earlier. The Sisterhood is grateful.
but the news that the Arda was poisoned with Gilded Dendra has everyone worried. The temporary acting Arda is panicking. I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but one of the sisters has gone missing, a runaway called Taya that we took in a few years ago. We're trying to find her and sister. Charlotte. We're trying to find her, and Sister Charlotte remembered that the Jacobsworth plant is said to help locate people. Yes, and I'm pretty sure this is the Jacobsworth. Yes. I identified that earlier. Solomon's Scepter, also known alarmingly as Hell's Gate and sometimes Solomon's Scorn, the flowers of the plant are uncommonly used in witchcraft and other satanic practices. Many sweet-smelling small flowers grow along the stem. Small, sweet-smelling flowers along the stem. Try saying that 5 times fast. Small, sweet-smelling flowers. Like these? Could be. I don't know. Sometimes I think it's dangerous to try and label them, because who knows if I actually, like, have the flower, if I'm just trying to assign a name to a flower that I don't already have. I don't know. Let's see. Peggy Morris. I read about a wonderful sounding ornamental plant, but my book didn't say what it was called or where to find it. It has curled leaves and a dark blue flower. Lady of Summer? My Lady of Summer has dark blue flower and curled leaves. Attractive flower, sought after ornamental plant. You want this one? Cool. You may have it. I had it readily available, madam. Okay, ding dong. We've had our eye on you for some time now. Join us. Praise the Dendru. What? Excuse me? I represent a group called the Seeds of Redemption. Your expertise would be very useful to us, and we have much to offer in return. Let us know we can count on you by leaving a single St. John's poppy flower outside the Sadgill Church before Friday. Do not make the mistake of ignoring us. Praise the Dendru. Okay. A single St. John's poppy. Well, that I have. That sounds familiar. And I'm supposed to leave it where? Outside the Sadgill Church. Before Friday. Okay. The Sadgill Church. Backbarrow, Foxfield. Who gets to come up with these names? I want that job. Professional fantasy name location maker. Sadgill Church. You're just looking around your room and it's like, oh yes, Sadgill. My fish looks sad today. The church isn't hard to find in the small hamlet of Sadgill. This must be the place. And you want some St. John's poppy, do ya? Meekdew, Brimlock. Wasn't that like one of the first plants I identified? St. John's poppy. St. John's. Aha, here we go. Okay. Well, there you go. I have left you a plant. I don't know what's going to happen to me next, but hopefully it's something good.
I have returned from Swinside. I must admit I was hoping for more to go on, but there were certainly signs of a ritual having been performed at the Stone Circle. And the poor victim, well, the less said about him, the better. Reuben had it right, though. Grisly. I have the beginnings of a theory, but I'd like to run some tests on a sample of the Gilded Dendra.
You mean the same plant that totally killed the Arda? What are you up to, lady? The Gilded Dendra. Have I identified a Gilded Dendra? Do I just have that laying around? That thing that's supposed to, like, poison you? senseless. Okay, I haven't identified that yet. Gilded Dendra. Do not drink the sap of this plant. The lips and veins will turn black as the blood succumbs to Dendra's miasma, a sure and painful way to die. The poison is so potent that even touching the leaves of the plant can be painful. Which one's... There was one that was like, handling this plant hurts. The dark blue petals are soft and feathery to the touch. My fingers ache from handling this plant. I guess it could be this one? The Gilded Dendra? The poison is so potent that even touching the leaves of the plant can be painful. Okay, I'm gonna assume that this is the Gilded Dendra. And... okay, it was the Gilded Dendra. We're good. Maiden's Sorrow. Rubbing the soft leaves of this plant between one finger and thumb is said to help prevent the mind from wandering, providing a focusing effect. The flowers of this plant droop mournfully, but it is the thorns along its stem that are thought to lend its name. Oh, so that's probably the pink one. Rubbing the soft leaves of this plant, prevent the mind from wandering. The flowers of this plant droop mournfully, but it's the thorns along the stem that are thought to lend its name. Maiden's Sorrow. That sounds a lot like this. So let's label that Maiden's Sorrow, and that sounds like a pretty positive effect, so we'll make it purple. Okay. Hopefully that's correct. And wood.
My aunt died 2 weeks ago and I inherited her house. I've been sifting through her possessions and last night I found something unusual. In a forgotten corner of the attic I found a coffin. More unusual still, it was bound by strong vines, so strong that I cannot cut through them. I immediately thought of your shop. You know about plants, right?
The Royal Gentia, the Everheart, which I totally labeled. This one. Hopefully, yes? Okay, good. Awesome. Elderfinium. The petals of this flower can be brewed to create an antidote to Dendra's miasma, a deadly poison that causes the blood to slowly turn black, eventually resulting in a painful death. Okay, we're gonna need that. It has an intoxicating scent similar to that of Solomon's scepter. Okay, well that's good because people are getting poisoned by this miasma, so we'll want that. Okay, let's switch to the next day. And then I think we'll end this part here. 5 miles south of the tallest, but one, it grows in peace in the midday sun. Before she left, she returned to her hiding place and carefully retrieved the book, her excitement building as she did. She couldn't articulate what was so alluring to her about the book, but by now it had become an obsession. Okay. Well, good. We will start with that clue on day 7, Thursday, in the next part. But thank you so much for watching, fellow detectives. I hope you are enjoying this Let's Play. Let me know what you think down in the comments section below. And as always, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more Nancy Drew and Sims 4 content. Thank you so much for watching, fellow detectives. I will see you soon.